This is a new day to try to get right. This is a new day to get on track. Yeah, that's life in football. This is a new day to live your life. This is a new day to try to get right. This is a new day to get on track. Yeah, that's life in football. It's life in football. We are life in football.
Welcome to the Life in Football podcast, baby. I'm your host, Mike Fee.
And this your coach, Colin Moore. You know we loving life and enjoying football.
Top-notch players, top-notch ballers. Hey, we got one on today. And guess what? I played ball with him. He kind of like a brother to me. He kind of like family to me. We were teammates from an early age. Quincy All-Star. I'm talking about De'Cody Fagg. He is a baller, and right now he's one of the head people as far as administration in the recreation department in Gaston County, Quincy, Florida. But he was a baller, man, always. Let me tell y'all something. He was my quarterback at our All-Star team coming up. Not only that, his whole family baller. Sister played basketball, brother played basketball, and then his daddy was always around. His daddy, I think probably was one of the few daddies, or probably only daddy sometimes, was always around. And he truly lived life in football. And he was one of the top recruits coming out of high school. I'm talking about if they would have had all these stars and how they do it now, the Under Armour All American, that's what he would have been, a 5-star Under Armour All American. He went on to play at Florida State. He wore number 81. And if y'all ever pay attention, when Florida State played Miami, he the one standing up on the bricks in front of the crowd, waving his arm. And another thing, he was invited to the NFL Combine. Now, he had an incident happen there, but I truly believe he would have went somewhere in the draft by some team, and he would have probably still been in the lead almost today. But without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and let C-Mo bring him on.
How you doing, Coach?
What's up, man? How y'all boys doing, man?
Man, good, man. It's a blessing to have a ball on the line like yourself,
It's
man.
a blessing to be here, man.
Coach, I want to jump right out the gate, man. Because I know a lot of players be wanting to be big time and want all the love in high school. And then, either some get it, some don't. How did you feel going through the process when everybody in the country wanted you and you chose to stay at the home team and play in Tallahassee at Florida State? How did that process feel to you?
I mean, it was a process, you know what I'm saying? Basically like a dream come true. Like Mike Fagg say, me and him started playing together in Little League football, all-star team. From there, we went to CP Middle School playing together. Then from Shanks High School, me and him was the only two kids in the 9th grade that's playing varsity football. No JVX junior varsity football, just straight varsity in the 9th grade. You know what I'm saying? And the grind that we put in from 9th grade all the way going into our senior year, that what played a major role in my recruitment and everything. You know what I'm saying? Because every summer, every spring, we went at it, man. We went at it, and I got to give big props to those guys, to Mike and the rest of the defense and the rest of those guys for pushing me in practice, you know what I'm saying? Because you can't never do nothing on your own, you know what I'm saying? You got to have some kind of teammates or somebody pushing you, somebody to go against you. I mean, even though I had all the hype around me, it was those guys that brought the hype around me, because if they didn't push me the way they pushed me in practice and made me become a leader, none of that wouldn't have happened, you know what I'm saying? I mean, starting from 10th grade, receiving a few letters, 11th grade to receiving boxes of letters, and then going to my senior year to where I don't even have nowhere to stash letters at no more. Again, coaches coming to your house. It's just a dream come true when you seeing head coaches like Bobby Bowden, Urban Miles, the big time guys coming into your house, coming to a little small town in Quincy, coming to your high school, getting you out of class in high school and everything. You know what I'm saying? Now we seen some guys ahead of us, my brother, Willie Simmons, Dexter Jackson, just to name a few. that did that. But when it came time for us, you know what I'm saying, it just was like a dream come true, man. A dream come true. And I just give all praise to God, and just hard work and dedication, just pushing myself and my teammates pushing me.
Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot, because shoot, that basically that's all it can be. You got to put that work in, and shoot, God is the reason you gonna shine regardless.
Exactly.
Now, what made you stay in Tallahassee? Because you right down the street. Now, did you not want to, like, man, I don't want to go. You ain't want to go like to Miami or sit there in Athens and be in Georgia? Bobby Bowden just came to the house and say, son, man, we gonna cook you and your mama and everybody food. We gonna give you the best seats in the house. Please don't go. Like, what made you not leave?
Let me tell you how this thing exactly went down. I don't even know if Mike know this. You know what I'm saying? I know my other homeboy said, or the best friend said know about it, but I don't even know Mike how Mike know exactly why I went to Florida State. Growing up as a kid, my dad was the manager at Tallahassee Airport, so he knew all the big time FSU people. He don't met Bobby Bowden when I was a little boy. We used to go to FSU games when I was a little kid, all in the locker rooms, golf tournaments, everything when I was a little boy. But, when it came to my senior year, I actually committed to Georgia Bulldogs. That was my first commitment. That was my first visit. I committed to Georgia. I was on them 100%. I wanted to go to Athens because the way I looked at things, I was looking at depth chart. I was looking to see which team or which program would give me the best opportunity to get on the field as a freshman, because I didn't believe in that red shirt and stuff. I wanted to get on the field and show my talent as a freshman. So I committed to Georgia. And going through the process, you know what I'm saying, blah blah blah, Georgia. I don't made my visit to it. I don't committed to Mark Rich, told him I was coming. So about a week or so later, a coach came down to Shanks to the high school and told me I had to go and do a hard commitment. I did a verbal commitment. He told me I had to go and do a hard commitment because they only had 2 scholarships left, one for me and one for a defensive player. And if I didn't do the hard commitment, you know what I'm saying, they were gonna give my scholarship away. But you know me, I still had 4 more official visits to take, which was for Alabama A&M, FSU, and University of Florida. And I told the coach I really wanted to take my visits, but he didn't want me to take my visits. He wanted me to just go ahead and sign with them right then and there. So I told him he just got to do what he got to do, because I want to take the rest of my visits. As a kid in high school, you want to take them free trips, you know what I'm saying, see what they got off.
Mm-hmm.
So he so that went left that way there. I ended up going to Alabama A&M visit. We ended up going to University of Florida. Ended up committing to University of Florida. And but one thing, man, that guy named Bobby Bowden walked in my house, man. He walked in my house and sat down there talking to me and my mom and everything, and the pitch that he threw at me, and when I looked at the depth chart, and me growing up as an FSU fan, who wouldn't want to go play for Bobby Bowden and stay home where your family and friends can see you play? And then I knew I had an opportunity to get on the field, which I did play as a freshman. So that's how that role came in. Bobby Bowden came in my house. He sat down in the chair, talked to me, talked to my mom. Then he came to the school probably a couple of weeks later, signed me out of school. We went back to the house. Jeff Bowden came to the house a couple of weeks ago. So FSU actually made about 5-6 visits to my house personally. And they just kept giving me what I wanted to hear. And they was there through with me through the whole process. So that's how I ended up going over to Tallahassee and being Old No.
Now, Cody, all that now, some of it I knew, but I didn't know they came to your crib that much. And y'all, let me tell y'all something. Georgia flew a private jet to the Quincy, Florida airport to come take this man on a visit. Now,
Oh yeah,
they bought the plane down there to come get him, so they let y'all know the caliber of talent that he had at that time. And not only that, I remember a Florida coach. We was in Miss Caldwell class.
Yes, sir.
Not Miss Caldwell. I think I can't remember like Miss Caldwell.
Caldwell, the math class 6 period.
Yeah. The Florida coach come to the class, get the man out the class. And I'm looking like, oh man, this is getting real serious. Like this man, and Cody, I never told you, I always wondered like, oh, why he ain't go to Georgia or Florida? Like, I mean, hey, FSU fan, don't jump on me. I'm just asking the man a question. I'm
But
gonna got a few
Fig,
more questions. I'm
you
asking him.
Fig,
Do you ever look
Fig,
back and think, oh, you should have went somewhere
hey,
else? Go
hey,
ahead.
Fig, you know that same day that Florida coach came and grabbed me out of class, and you remember we went around campus talking, and I got another phone call. FSU coach was on the campus at the same time trying to get me.
No, I ain't know that right
They
there.
was down in Coach Jeff Bowden and Bobby Bowden. They was down in Coach Gate office while I was walking around the campus with the Florida coach.
Okay. Now, Cody, do you ever look back and say, I'm just asking a question, like, man, I probably should have went to Georgia, or probably should have went to Florida, because Florida won the national championship. Not saying you regret nothing, but just looking at hindsight, or like how you feel about that?
I think if I had to do it all over, I'll make the same decision. But
Because I'm telling you, Cody, I noticed, man, you was a big time talent, but I guess Florida State was in a somewhat of a slump at the time, but they still were balling. Now,
yeah,
now, y'all, that ain't the Florida State we're going on now, but them boys still Florida State then.
oh
But
yeah,
go ahead, go
we
ahead.
still did our thing and everything. But when I looked at University of Florida roster, they were just so deep at receivers. You know what I'm saying? And then you know, I was the number 2 receiver in the state of Florida, and Bubba Caldwell, Andre Caldwell was number 1. You know what I'm saying? And his brother had just left Florida. You know what I'm saying? And I knew
Mm-hmm.
they was high on him, so I was like, with taking the chances of going to University of Florida and competing against him, which I ain't never read about competition, but a lot of politics plays into that stuff. We didn't know about that in high school, but once you get in college, that's when you find out about all them politics and stuff. So I think I would have got caught up in that mix there. And then, like I say, when I looked at FSU, I just knew I could get on the field fast as possible. That was my main thing, getting on the field fast as possible with special teams or whatever.
Now, Cody, how did you feel going to that combine, man? Because Fizz, my boy, so I've been rocking with him since JUCO. So I'm understanding y'all process the whole way through. Y'all down there with Coach Smith, y'all down there grinding, y'all getting it. Like, how did you feel to be a part of that? Did you know in your head, like, ooh, I'm about to get this cash, boy?
Man, going into that combine, man, I was so focused, and Fig could tell you this, man. When we were down there training together, man, I don't think he ever saw me train like that. You know what I'm saying? We was up at what we went at about 3 times a day, Fig.
Yeah, three
And man,
times
I
a
was
day.
so focused going to that combine, and the thing about it, I was so prepared for it mentally wise and physically wise. I was so prepared for it, man. That just was the most prepared I was. My body felt good. I felt I felt 10 times stronger, 10 times faster, man. And I was ready to go when I got to the combine. And I think the people knew it once I got there, and they started interviewing me how confident I was in myself.
Now, I do want to ask you this because this gonna benefit every other player in the country, period, whether they go to the league or not. This still gonna benefit. Like when when that took place and you got injured, and then I don't remember exactly how it went after that, but like Fitz said, we know for a fact you was gonna get drafted. You was gonna be in that league for a minute. I'm at least give you about 7 to 10 years
Yeah.
because you had that big body. You were finna go do something on them. But how did that feel not going and then transitioning from, man, like, dang, I ain't gonna get to be where I want to be. So now I got to go, go into the real world and work, which NFL is the real world, but going into the workforce where so-called normal people at.
I mean, to me, it hurt me real bad because all the hard work I put in getting prepared for the combine. And I think Fig know this, and then a couple more people know this. My grandma, I had just buried my grandma right before right after the last game of my senior year. So right before I went down, a couple of days before I went down and started training with Coach Smith and Fig them, I had just buried my grandma. So I'm just looking at everything I left behind for us, my mom, my brothers, my sisters, my grandma's house, because I know she wanted that remodeled. I was already had in my head everything I was gonna do with my first check. You know what I'm saying? Because I wasn't looking at the possibility like if I get drafted. I already knew I was gonna get drafted, and I knew I was gonna get drafted either the first or second round. I knew that for a fact. You know what I'm saying? I knew that for a fact that was what round I was gonna get drafted, the first, second round. So I had already on pretty much planned out what I'm gonna do with my first check and everything. And when that happened, man, it just crushed me because it happened on a drill that I've been doing my entire career. You know what I'm saying? It just was a freak accident, something that I've been doing my entire career. A sideline drill, just catch the ball, keep one leg in and drag the other one. Something simple. And when that happened, man, it just crushed me. I was in the little trailer getting the MRI, man, just boo-hoo crying. I don't think no people ever seen a grown man cry like that, but hey, man, it just hurt me bad. It just hurt me bad, man, because I knew all the work I put in for it.
And to speak on that situation, y'all, he talking about when he was at the combine. Now, y'all heard he said I was down there training with him. It was me, Jimmy Toussaint, and Leroy Smith, who from Quincy, who played at Florida State too. So I think that day, I don't think Leroy was around, but me, Coach Smith, we in the house. We watch it. We back in South Florida watching the combine. And for some reason, we saw Cody a few times. And out of the blue, we got some information because we actually see the situation when it happened. But we ended up getting some information, and man, it blowed the whole day. I'm talking about, man, it was like somebody told us the biggest hurricane in the nation finna come take your house. And it just kind of had me sad, cause Cody was almost like my roommate down there. So Jimmy ended up leaving, Coach Smith and me ended up leaving. So I'm just sitting there by myself for a second, and it was just so sad, man. I was thinking about him the whole time, and it was just like, oh man, But in my heart, I still felt he was gonna get drafted, and I still feel like somebody should have picked him up because he had too much talent to, just bypass like that. But hey, he doing good right now, and he's still on the up and up. But Cody, I want to ask you, how you feel about what the Noles got going on right now, like Florida State football?
This is what I tell people, man, because I get asked a lot about it. I can't put too much on the coaches, and I can't put too much on the players. But each one of them got to hold their own. Because you know what I'm saying? These kids done been through three new head coaches in 3 years? And so you know how the playbooks is and stuff in college and everything, man. I mean, you learning a new system every year. So how can you really get used to a technique or some kind of drill or some kind of play when you getting new stuff thrown at you every year? It's like you starting over every year. But take this now. You at Florida State, you got 4-5 stars by your name. I mean, you got some kind of talent, so you got to hold your own some kind of way. I mean, the stuff that I seen about 2 years ago, it looked like was just individual team, people playing trying to get to the league. People playing trying to get to the league, and Florida State was never like that. It wasn't even like that when we was there. You know what I'm saying? It was pretty much like if you went to Florida State, you already knew you had a 97% chance of going to the league, whether you was a walk-on, special team players or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But now it's just like the boys out there just playing not to get hurt, and they don't have no fight in them. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you putting on that garnet and gold, man. that take by history there, man. But I'm with the kids, man, because they're still a young team, and I'm gonna give Coach Novell his shot. You know what I'm saying? Even though I don't like what they did to Target, hey man, to each his own. I mean, you just gotta move on for that. So I'm behind whatever coach they put in there 100%. As long as they trying their best to get the job done, and it's up to the kids to, you know what I'm saying, just believe. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta believe and know what you there for. You're not there for this fan here, you that fan there. you there for whatever family you just left behind, and you basically trying to go on to a bigger life and bigger stage and feed that family. So that's what they got to keep in their head. You know what I'm saying?
Coach, I appreciate you coming on, man. I'm gonna go ahead and open up the floor to you real quick to give some inspiration to the young kids out there who may be looking to play at a Florida State or just got a dream of playing college ball. The floor is now yours.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you, just like I tell all the rest of the kids I talk, don't never believe in the word that can't. Don't never believe when somebody tell you can't do something. You can do a lot. Because after I injured myself at the combine, the doctor basically told me my career was over. He told my career was over, and I proved him wrong, because I ended up doing private workouts with Miami Dolphins, going up the Buffalo Bill for camps, mini camps and stuff, and then also going to Canadian League, participating on their rosters and everything, and then spending 4 or 5 more years in the arena. So that injury happened in 2008, and I ain't stopped playing till 2012, 2013, and they told me my career was gonna be over in 2008. That just let you know I had something to prove. I mean, I had family members, I had everybody telling me to give up. Just go and give it up and let it go. Nah, you don't give up until you ready to give up. Don't let nobody tell you to stop doing something until you ready to stop. And I pretty much learned that from my dude Howard. He was another guy that went to Shanks and went to FSU, and he basically put that in my head when I first got injured. So to all the kids out there, like I say, they just believe in what you got, man. Believe in your skill set, believe in your training, and hey, education is key, man. Make sure you get that education, because like we always say, NFL stand for not for long. You know what I'm saying? You can't be in there forever, so you got to have a backup plan. And that was something I had to learn after I got injured and everything.
Well, y'all heard it, man. That's De'Cody Fagg. He was a professional football player and a big-time receiver at Florida State. And I'm telling y'all, man, his family was almost like my family. His mama was a mom, like a football mom. His grandma, she opened her house to us. I mean, I remember us saying, Fish, all of us, we used to be out there hanging out. And his grandma showed love a lot, man. His uncles. I'm talking about these guys, they would just treat us just like they were their own. And sometimes they'll get on us too now. But I just want to say, thank you to all them, and a shout out even his brother D. He was a big influence too. And his cousin, Richard Frost, he was a big inspiration to me too. He took me up on his wing when I first got to Shanks. And Richard Frost, he actually, told me a few things, and out of the blue though, just helped me out with a few things. So I want to say thank you to his entire family, and rest in peace, Richard Frost. But I'm gonna leave y'all like I always leave y'all. Keep your head up and not down, or else you'll fall to the ground. It's the Life of Football podcast.
This is a new day to live your life. This is a new day to try to get right. This is a new day to get on track. Yeah, that's life in football. This is a new day to live your life. This is a new day to try to get right. This is a new day to get on track. Yeah, that's life in football. It's life in football.